So instead of doing a, I don't know, what I can't even video, like every other princess so far, I'm actually gonna do something a little bit different. A lot of you have asked, how do I deal with bullying or depression or anything like that? And I just want to start off by saying that bullying can legitimately happen to anyone. That's been proven. You know, everyone, no matter how successful or how pretty or how skinny or anything you are, bullying can happen to literally anyone. I've just been thinking a lot lately. A lot of you have asked me how to deal with something like this, more so depression than bullying, because I have touched on bullying a whole lot. But with depression, you have to find an outlet. And I know firsthand that when you're depressed, you don't feel like doing anything. You just want to sit in bed and watch Dr. Phil reruns and do nothing, and I get that. Sometimes you have to take that time, and a lot of times people are like, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry when you're upset about something, but the reality is crying helps, believe it or not. If you just cry and, you know, let it out, that is probably the best thing you can do. There's really been two things that have helped me ultimately get through these things. So the first one would be writing. Write what you're feeling, get a journal, make sure, you know, you leave it in a place that no one's gonna take it or go through it, because I know parents like to do that, but sometimes you just gotta get out what you're saying. Music has really helped me personally get better. Music is something out of this world, you know, it's something that we can all relate to. What you have to realize is that you're not going to make everyone happy in the long run. And even the people that used to once think that you were perfect and amazing, you can't please them all the time, and that's really the sad part. I know I get caught up in a lot of stuff day to day where I have to do this and I have to do that and I have to do this, and I try and make, you know, every end meet with everyone. I try and like meet up with everyone that needs me and everyone that needs to meet up with me, and that just gets so daunting as a person. You cannot stretch yourself up that much like that. It's just not fair. Aside from bullying, there are people in your life that I would like to call like blindsiding bullies, and by that I mean the people that are in your life that are very manipulative, that are like borderline your friend or borderline manipulating you, and you love these people, and that's why you don't want to sit there and classify them as a bully, because it's like, you know, like, you're my friend, you like me. Like, no, they probably are just using you. And the sad reality of it is, if you know this now, you'll be way better when you're older. Like, if you acknowledge the fact that things are complicated now and that people aren't always gonna be your best friend now, you'll be way better in the long run. Like, you will be prepared for anything. Because those of us that experience rejection first and foremost, you know, the luckiest ones in the long run, because then when we're older and we get shown rejection again, we can handle it like a boss, whereas everyone else is like, never experienced anything negative or any kind of rejection before. So it's kind of scary. I get that. Like, for example, I was on my Snapchat last night and I made like a 2-minute long video about how, you know, if someone doesn't want to be in your life, don't force them to be. You know, there's people in my life, you know, from being a princess and things like that, getting, you know, more well known and stuff like that. And I'm not saying anyone specifically, but people who were never a part of your life before suddenly want to be a part of your life, and that's cool. And they might be people that you've always wanted to hang out with, but in reality, they're definitely not worth it. And you know, I have this problem where if I'm texting someone that like I like, or someone that I just like being around, and I text them often or I Snapchat them and they just read them and don't respond, I always try and make excuses for them. I'm like, oh, well, they're busy. Oh, well, they're doing this. Well, they're doing that. No. If someone wants to talk to you, they'll talk to you. So don't make excuses for anyone. Nobody's worth making excuses for except the people that legitimately have excuses. When we were younger, we were different people. You know, we're constantly changing, we're constantly becoming better, and we're constantly challenging ourselves as people, as humans, as princesses, whatever it is that you do. People can't see past the braids. And what do I do about that? I just take them out, and then I look like a completely different person, and they're like, Anna, what happened? You're not the old you anymore. and I'm not. It's okay to change, and it's okay for people from your past to not be a part of your present or your future, because if you were a bad person before, or you weren't the best person before, and you're just trying to change and people won't let you, they keep saying, oh, remember that one time that you did this crazy thing and you ran around and you made everybody mad and you cried about it, broke a table, you know? Yes, I do remember that, but does it define me? No. Do what you want to do and change what you want to do. Forever ago, I used to be like, oh my God, girls that spend money on their nails are so lame. Like, I don't understand how you can budget that into your weekly expenses. Now I'm getting my nails done like every 2 weeks. And these look great. Like, they look really great. Just because you were one person before doesn't mean that you have to be that person anymore. I walked into a coffee shop, and 80% of that coffee shop didn't like me. And I knew that. And there have been times where I have been afraid to go out in public, to go to the mall, to go to this, to go to that. I knew that these people, you know, person A, B, C, D, E, F, G, doesn't like me because of what? Because I've never sat down, I've never talked to them. Then something just hit me and I was like, why? Like, why am I afraid of you? Like, why should I not go in public because you don't like me, because you don't know me? That's like my friend was at the mall the other day and she said, oh my gosh, guess whose name I heard while I was passing by this store, this makeup store? And I said, who? And she said, yours. And it was just really weird. It's like, people aren't gonna like you if you're doing well. And like, I have a friend now in my life that says, if people weren't talking about you, you wouldn't be doing anything. So bottom line for this pep talk is, don't please anyone. That isn't worth it. You know, please yourself. And if you're happy with yourself and people in your life are happy with you as well because of what you're doing, those are the people that need to stay in your life. I know I keep giving a lot of pep talks lately, but things are changing and I'm just trying to, I don't know, share my wisdom of what I know, my life experience, because I never got anyone to explain anything to me. I just kind of had to wing it, like me and Elsa do all the time. We just wing it every day. And if you want to cosplay, do it. I don't care how you look, how old you are, anybody can cosplay. So do it. And if people make fun of you for that, they obviously have too much time on their hands to make fun of people. You know, if you like a guy and he's wonderful in so many ways, but he just doesn't care to make an effort and it's all on convenience on his end, you'll find someone better. Trust me. Not worth it. You know, I found Kristoff. You know, with Hans, it was all convenience. So I met Hans and he was into me and he said all the right things and he made me feel pretty, and I never had that intention before. So yeah, I'll marry you, whatever. Like, no big deal. But then I met Kristoff, who challenged me and made me think and ultimately loves me for me. And then come to find out Hans was a bad guy. So if you have to work and put effort and you're the only one putting effort, then it's not worth it. With guys, girlfriends, best friends, moms, dads, sisters, brothers, I don't care. Reindeers, snowmen, whatever it is. If you have any other topics that you would like me to share my personal experience with and make a video about discussing, I will gladly do that. You know, life is way too short to deal with people that don't want to be in your life and are only there for the perks, or only there because keep your friends close, your enemies closer. That's so true. These are gonna fall off by the end of this video. If you feel like everyone still sees you as the same 4th grader that you were however many years ago, it's time to make a change. If you want to cut your hair, or you want to take your hair out of braids just to be different, just to change who you are and to be taken more seriously, do it. I think my hair looks good like this. I kind of look like Adele, which, by the way, her new album's coming out this Friday and I cannot contain my excitement. Like, I'm going to be the first in line to buy her album. I'm also doing a giveaway for you guys that's going to be in the other video that's posted today, so go check that out. If you want some pretty long eyelashes like me, given these are fake, but underneath they're also beautiful as well, I will have to show you sometime. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I love you all very, very much, and I'll see you later. Bye! 2 more times.